What's going on, guys? Shadow Raj here and welcome back to the channel. Today we have day 3 of Go Fest in New Jersey and we got shinies that we need to hunt. First off, we need to get a rock ruff with the dust form. We need another Frigibax, and then we also need to get the question mark and exclamation point unknowns. Those are going to be our top goals for the day, and there's also other things that we need, but those are going to be our main focuses. So with that being said, let's get into it. And check it out, guys, we've got a pretty strong start right here. We've got the shiny, unknown, question mark. That is freaking awesome. That and the exclamation point are only gonna be here. They're not gonna be during the global, so we really need to get these, but let's catch this one and see if it's any good. All right, it has been caught, and is it any good? Survey says no, but we'll definitely take it. Check it out, we just got the unknown question mark, and now we've got a Chimecho, so that's pretty freaking awesome. This is gonna be our first one, so we'll get to register it, so that's a really strong start to the day. Hopefully we can keep that energy up. All right, it's been caught, and here it is being registered. That's pretty amazing. Now let's go ahead and check the stats on it, see if it's any good. Not really, but you know, we'll take it. That is a really strong start. And before we leave Bryant Park, I'd like to claim all these rewards and check all these shinies. We are halfway through. Well, we're at rank 54 out of 100. And then after 100, you just get Stardust. But let's go ahead and claim all these rewards. It's gonna be a whole bunch of stuff, so that's pretty awesome. Anything from incense to berries to rare candies, TMs, there's all sorts of stuff in there. So that's pretty awesome, some Poffins. And let's check our first one. It is going to be a Dynamax Grookey. That's pretty fun. And then we have our next encounter, which is going to be a Alolan Rattata. So that's interesting. Up next, we have a Clamperl. So nothing super great so far, but I'm sure there's better stuff in here once we get further down the line. And the next encounter is with an Inkay. That could have been shiny, that'd been really cool. Next encounter will give us a Chimecho. We just got a shiny one of those, so that's pretty cool. And the next encounter will bring us a Helioptile. Fortunately it wasn't red, that'd been really awesome, but you know, it's all good. And up next, we have quite a few encounters, is a Dynamax Pessimian, so that's pretty cool, I guess. Up next, we have a Nimble that is not shiny. And now it brings us to a Shinx, which could have been shiny. And at 42, so we're getting close to the end of this, is going to give us a Nickit, cannot be shiny. At rank 52, you will get a Rufflet, still not a shiny. And 54 is where we're currently at, so this is going to give us a Volibee, and it is not shiny either. So far nothing from there, but it's all good. I didn't show you the stats, but nothing was really amazing, so you didn't miss much. But let's go ahead and head to Central Park and see what's going on over there. All right, check it out. We've got another shiny, and it's a Spinda, and it's not the same form that we got last time, so that's pretty awesome. The first one we got was number 5, which I believe is only gonna be in New Jersey, so that's pretty awesome. I'm not sure which form this one is, but I'd have to look at the decks, and let's catch it and find out. All right, we've got it caught, and it's not that good, but let's go ahead and check it out in the decks and see what number this is. So number 5 would be the first one we got, and you can see down there that it is shiny. So was it number 2? Was not 2, was it 4? It was not 4, which means it was 7. So that's gonna be this one, and there it is. That's pretty freaking awesome. You know, we'll take that. And I'm not joking, I get the camera put away, and the very next click that I do is a shiny Geodude. Not super awesome or anything, but you know, back-to-back shinies is pretty cool, so we'll definitely take that. And maybe it'll be something super good, you never know. It has been caught, and let's see. Yeah, not super good, not at all. And we've got another shiny to add to the video. This time it's a Golett, not something we need, but you know, we'll take any shiny. We are happy to get all of them. All right, we've got it caught, and is it super spicy? Not really, not at all. At this rate, I might just have to keep the camera out. Let's Golett without a core fish. You know, they go together, right? Kind of like lamb and tuna fish. So let's go ahead and catch that, and shout out to you guys that get that reference. And we'll see if this is any good. All right, it has been caught, and let's take a look. Yeah, not too bad. And if we look at the journal, yeah, nothing caught in between, back to back. So that's twice today, back to back shinies. Pretty freaking awesome. Let's go. Hopefully we can get some rock ruffs. We really need those. So we did a Cinderace battle, and we've only done one since being here, so I figured we would do another one, and maybe we'll see if we can get the background on it. If we got the background on the second one, that'd be pretty freaking amazing, and then I wouldn't touch these anymore, to be honest. But let's see, do you have the background? You do not, so we're gonna have to do another one. All right, we have another one brought down. This one is a 1677, and we had a 1717, I believe, that wasn't a hundo, so this one's not gonna be any good, but I just wanted to have the location card. That's all I care about. And we've got it caught, so that's pretty freaking awesome. But will you have the location card? The fourth one overall and the third one today still will not. Man, I hope this isn't gonna be a hard grind. I just was hoping to get it out of the way really quickly, but let's go find some more. Well, as you can tell, it is a bit rainy out here, so kind of on hold for a minute. I was hoping to get 60 shinies today, but if this stays up too much longer, then I don't think that's gonna happen. It's supposed to break off here in about an hour, according to the radar, but you know, we'll see how true that is. So we'll be back with something, raids, or we'll find something. Alright, as you can tell, we changed clothes and it's really nice out. It was raining so hard earlier, even with my umbrella I still got soaked. But check this out, we're back in the park and we've got another shiny clink. We got plenty of these yesterday and we're gonna continue it today. We've got about 15 minutes left before spawn's in. So after that, we'll just hatch eggs and do some raids. And I was hoping to hit 60 shinies today, but we'll see. This clink has been caught and let's check it out. It is terrible, but you know, it's all good. We have some 5Ks hatching. Let's see if we can get a blue pup. We've got 3 of them today. Unfortunately, none of them were dusk. None of them were hatched. They were all wild, but there's a good start, but it wasn't a blue one. How about number 2? That's a Drotagon. And egg number 3 is another Drotagon. How about number 4 is a Turtonator. And number 5 is another Drotagon. So full of Drotagons in here. What about this one though? Bombirdier. And that was it for that one. That is not exciting. I mean, there's the floor of the Turtonator, so I guess that's pretty fun, you know, I guess. But what else? The Drotagon was okay. But I did hatch this. I didn't catch it on camera, but we finished the set with the Pikachu, so that's pretty freaking awesome. So we have another Gigantamax Cinderace. Let's hope that this one has the background. I don't want to spin any more particles, but let's catch it and find out. All right, it has been caught. Moment of truth, please. Still no. So this one's just gonna be a fight for us. Hopefully we can find some more tomorrow, but I don't know that I'm gonna spend any more particles today. Maybe, we'll see. We've got another Pikachu. This one is from the research though, and it's a red hat, so it doesn't really matter. We got all the ones we needed, but you know, that's pretty cool to get it. So we should be getting pretty close to 60, which was the goal, but obviously the better goal is to get the quality, not quantity, but you know, either way we'll take it. And we'll take a look at this. Yeah, it's okay. We've got another Zacian here. Let's see if we can add to our shiny and see if we can get a hundo. That's what we really want to get, but it is not shiny, and a 2685. For a weather boost, you want a 2735, so this is not it. We've got another Zacian here, and I could just look in the corner and see what it is, but it's more fun to check it with you guys. And let's see, will this be our hundo? It's not a shiny, and it's a 2661, so worse than the last one. All right, how about another Zacian check? That'd be pretty fun, right? And let's see, is it gonna be a shiny? It is not, but is it a hundo? Not even close, so not close on any of the three that we've done, but you know, that's how it goes. Got another Zacian I'm gonna check with you guys, but after that, I'll go ahead and show you all the stuff we got during the rain. Well, the other half of the stuff we got during while it was raining, but this is going to be not shiny and a 2656, so not super great. Got 6 5Ks here, and you guys already know what we're looking for. I don't need to tell you again, but let's go ahead and check it out. The first one is going to be a Rockruff. Seems to be teasing us, but let's see what number 2 brings. Another Rockruff. And is number 3 gonna be just another brown Rockruff? Nope, it's gonna be a Turtonator. But let's see what number 4 is. Another Turtonator. And number 5 is gonna be the blue pup right here. And just kidding, it's still the brown one. And number 6 is another brown pup, so wow. That's funny. Just a big tease, but let's go ahead and check through these. That one's not a dust form, and nothing super great, but that one is a dust form, so that's fun. All right, let's go ahead and do this check on the Zacian real quick, and it's starting to rain again, which is unfortunate. It looked pretty clear, but now it's starting to rain, so let's see what this brings. Is it gonna be a shiny? It is not, and a 2651. That is really bad. Alright guys, we are back at the hotel, and it was a doozy of a day. We have changed clothes for a second time today, and let's hope that the rain chances for tomorrow stay lower than they were today. I think today is like 70%, and clearly it rained, and tomorrow was like a 30 or 35, so hopefully that stays low or goes even lower. Or, you know, if it rains for a little bit, that's fine, but off and on. And then the first rain, when it was a heavy rain, you guys seen that? That was like a couple hours of that, so it just makes it real tough to record. You know, and I can't hold an umbrella, hold my phone and the camera. It's just something I couldn't do, but you know, it is what it is. There's a lot more screen recordings than I normally would like, but you know, I just did the best I could do, so hopefully you guys don't mind. But if we take a look here, we actually got 59, so even with all that rain, we almost hit our number. And what's crazy is I didn't get a single shiny legendary today. I did, you know, several raids, probably, you know, within odds. I'm sure I went over 20 raids, but didn't get a single legendary, which, you know, that makes sense because the first day we had a decent amount. I think we had what, 5 or 6 the first day, and then we had a bunch of them yesterday. I don't even remember how many, but you know, a lot caught up with us on that. But we did get, you know, between a couple hatches and a bunch of wild, we did get 59 shinies. We got a red Pikachu and a blue Pikachu, and that completed the set, so that's pretty freaking amazing. Then we had a Meowth, which is just some shiny Stardust, and then a random Geodude. And the Geodude was caught right after one of those Spindas, so that's one time I went back to back. And then what did we do later? Was it a Slugma and a Corphish? Or a Clink and a Corphish? Something like that. But you know, we went back to back twice today, which is pretty freaking insane. We got a Galarian Farfetch'd, a Totodile, a Hoppip. We got 3 unknown Ds, which is pretty freaking awesome. We got an H, we got an exclamation point, which is a freaking big one. And then we've got 3 question marks, which was another big one. Those were 2 of our goals we set for today. So the only things we didn't get today were the Dust Form Rockruff and the Frigibax. So that's gonna be at the top of the list to do tomorrow. Then we've got a couple Dunsparce, a Teddiursa, Slugma, 2 Spindas. So the only Spinda we have left is form number 2, if we take a look right here. So in this event, there was 2, 4, 5, and 7. So this is number 2. You can see down here we don't have the shiny. Then for number 4, we do have the shiny. Number 5, we have the shiny, and then if we come down here to number 7, we've got the shiny. So that's pretty freaking amazing. We've got 3 of Spindas, and none of them were duplicates. Hopefully tomorrow we can get that number 2. So, and then we also got a Corphish, 2 Chimechos, a Spheal out of nowhere. Must have been off of Incense or a lure or something. But then we got a Beldum, we got a Finian, which is freaking awesome. You know, a lot of these I got, so that's why they weren't, you know, in any of the recordings. While I was doing raids, it would catch stuff, but that's pretty unfortunate. And then also with the rain, some of them I just caught real quickly because the weather was bad and I had a hard enough time with even under the umbrella, the wind was blowing the rain, so my screen was getting wet and it was hard for me to throw. And then we got a Timber, we got a Red Stripe Basculin, a Carablast, both male and female Frillish, yet another Clink. Even if you watched yesterday's video, you know, that's super rare. I was just joking. Then we got a Galarian Stunfisk, we got 2 Golets, 2 Pawniard, a Heatmore, 2 White Flabébé, so that set is just finished. That is pretty freaking awesome. We got a Binacle, we got 2 Scruff, we got 2 more Claunchers, we got 3 Rockruffs, and unfortunately, none of them were the dust form, so that is just a tease right there. But you know, it is what it is. We got a Fomantis, we got 2 Sandygast, a Turtonator, and this thing is just so ugly. It's so ugly that I like it. I don't even know why. I mean, I don't know. Let me know what you think down in the comments on the Turtonator shiny. But then we got a Squovet, 2 Wooloos, another Phalanx with the costume, so that's pretty fun. Then we've got a Smoliv and yet another Citadel. Now that is a good one that I like because it looks good, not because it's super ugly. But yeah, all in all, 59 shinies. That is pretty awesome considering the circumstances. We'll definitely take that. And then also we did 9 Cinderace today, and the 1717 we got 2 of those, and those were actually 14, 15, 15. So that's pretty cool. We got 2 of them. But then the 1703 does have the location cards. The very last one I did a few blocks away from the hotel had the location card, and it's not the best, but it's not like that helps in battle, so we wouldn't be using that anyway. We would be using one of the other ones most likely. Well, we might use this one because it's got 15 attack, so you know. But like I said, hopefully tomorrow we can grind really hard and the rain will stay off, that way it won't be an issue. We really need to get the dust form Rockruff, we need the Finian, and then we also need the Spinda number 2. Those will not be at Global, so we really need to get those. The Unknowns, the 4 Unknowns that we need, and the Frigibacks, those can be got at Global. But the other ones, we really need to get those tomorrow. So we're gonna be pushing it really hard to get those. If you liked today's video, and I hope you did, even though it wasn't the normal way I would have done it, but please leave a like, I'd really appreciate it. And if you want to see more of this content, you can check it out right here. And don't forget you can subscribe on the other side, that would be greatly appreciated. And with that being said, I'll see you tomorrow.